turn. You know, boom. Grab and turn. This way. Now with this way. Hello everyone, Yuan Kim here again. Today we're going to have Hapkido session. This session actually I have my godson, his name Damon Diaz. This guy's like a little honey badger, I would say. Yeah, very feisty and strong fellow. Okay, this is the number 4. This one is for someone who is not bigger than opening. So like a smaller, shorter person like that. So, which this kind of smaller person, hard to do armbar like this because the height is different. So let's say I'm this little guy. Obviously, if I attempt to do armbar here, there's no way you can do this when you, especially if a person is more stronger, not only the taller and also stronger, it's hard to do this. However, if I set my position in the proper way, and we put hand in the proper section to stress these joint, and walk just like this. Okay. So what's happening is basically while you're controlling the opponent's wrist, you actually put your hand like a monkey grip on the elbow, and just pull the elbow down to the ground, and then they'll give up. Okay. Again. This is a person here. All these movements are basically the same. Okay, step out, place your hand. You need to be aware of the other hand's coming in, possibly making a punch or something. You need to cover. Okay, now you turn, get closer. Meantime, put your hand right up here, and you place your palm on the elbow and pull. So now once you put the person down, there you get the control. Okay. Just like when you did it, if you try to roll out, you go follow from here. And then you can knock them. Okay? So let's do one more time, then I'm going to go for the variation techniques. Here. Step out, place your hand. One thing, very important tips right here. You don't grab this hand really tight. That means you give your full commitment to control this one here. The moment you do that, you probably deal with other side of the hand or the kick or something. So just do this one as guarding yourself for a possible second attack. Here, and then like last time I was talking about rotating your arm. So you can manipulate, you can stress the opponent's thumb grip. Rotation, move, place your hand up this way. Almost like you can block this possible punch coming toward you. Punch me, see right here this way, okay? Knock down. Oh, okay, now, thankfully he didn't roll all the way through, okay? Now, there will be a trouble if you roll, and if I try to break his arm, I can always break his arm by putting like a latch onto the section, then his entire arm gets locked. So at this point, I just press, I can get up, lock, many things I can do from here. The next option is basically he try to grab, which means it can be right here, right on the wrist, or the middle of the arm, or the shoulder. It could be the same way you can apply. You just need to know how to proactively catch the opponent's arm and take action. Let's say he's coming for the wrist. Go. Okay, now what you need to do is, see, notice my hand right here. As he's grabbing my hand, I put my palm under his arm. At the same time, this one, block his shoulder, but he could not be able to use his other part of the arm right here. At this point, I can easily move and pull down here, and this way. Okay. One more time. This way right here. So you notice when I do this, I already break his balance somewhat. You see body going that way here. All I have to do is pull and turn. It's done right here. Okay, now there I can turn this way. I can pull him over. I can go other side. I can lock. Okay, and you can do strike whatever you want to. Okay, so now let's change a little bit. Instead of doing, he's doing this one here. So go up to a little bit more higher, like right here. Nothing different. Basically the same. I go. this way, not go this way. Okay? So the key point is, as you're trapping the attacking hand, make sure seize at the other side of the shoulder. Therefore, you don't have to worry about secondary attack. Okay? Now, what about you reaching out to the shoulder? Same thing. Okay? So, same way. Okay? Watch one more time for the reaching out to the shoulder here. So when you do this, you can do it this way, you can do it this way, whichever, it doesn't matter. Whichever make you feel comfortable, you can go from there. Now, remember this one is not like punching. The punching is like this right here. When they reach out to grab you, they're gonna stretch their arm out, which is much more easier for you guys to handle. Okay? Now one more time. Right here. And turn. See? Now I have them right here. So at this point, whatever you try to do, it's already too late for him to do anything. Let's say from here, if I want to hurt him, kick the thigh, the rib cage, kick the face with the knee. You can strike the knife can strike to the face, elbow, okay, anything. Now, when you attempt to put him in armbar position like this way here, this is typical Hapkido armbar, okay. When you try to do this one, sometimes like the guys like the wrestling background people or like jiu-jitsu or judo, they easily roll out from here. Let's see, I'm gonna let him roll because if I try to counter him, he could get some serious injury here. Go roll. This is how they try to get out right here. Can you back up for me? Okay. So when they roll, you don't just watch him rolling, you just join with him. Go. Now go this way. Okay, now you see he already locked here. Okay. Now this movement here, if you go a little too fast, then by basically what's going to happen is his body will against himself while I'm controlling his wrist. So he's going to pretty much break his shoulder or the wrist, or maybe elbow as well. Okay. Now, as you're controlling the attacking side of the hand, okay, at the same time, if you decide to control other side, not just the seizing the shoulder, you can actually control that side at the end. Okay, control it right here. Okay. Now, this point, let's say his hand is like trying to do something like this right here. Perfect. When he does that happen here, now you can easily grab his hand right here. Just to grab and turn right here. Okay. And now you can do regular arm right here. Okay. Now when you get to this position here, if he wants to get up from here, instead of breaking his arm, what you need to do is right here. You need to make sure you grab his finger, twist. Woo. Woo. So he's gonna move, but he cannot go either way to turn him around because I'm actually locking up this way. See? Have him to get up. Yeah. So he cannot turn either way. He can try, certainly. When he try to turn, yes. So all you have to do is just lift his arm up a little more higher and then he's going to stop because it's too much pain to deal with. Okay? Here you can change anything you want. Now go back to the shoulder armbar right here. And take him back to the arm. Okay? And start, you can go pull him over. And the handcuff in position like this. Okay? Okay. Now, same tech, we start from the same original technique number 4, which was pulling the armbar down. Okay, then we escalated to a different option, like the middle of the arm, shoulder, and the other side. Basically, we did it like 4 different ways, right? Now, let's say he's coming for a punch. Punch can be done in jab punch. Punch can be done in a straight punch, right? Let's say he's going to do the straight punch. Go, boom, go. So I'm already out from the line of attack. So this is the key point. It's not the block, it's the key point. Key point is get out. Guard yourself right here. Right here. Go. Boom, this way here. See? All I did was just a little tap. I didn't even hit him. So here you have many chances to do. If you want to simply hit him, boom. Okay? You can do knee kick to practice the chest. Boom, okay? Now you can simply turn right here, okay? Now, let's go back to the first one where I did it like a pulling armbar. Because you can do the same way, just like that. There you go. Boom. So now you're getting away, okay, and then you hit him once. You salt him up. So he's not gonna get full resistance. Now you grab, so right here, up here, elbow right here, okay? Now because of where I grab here, this is not necessary right here. Okay, just because all I have to do is keep this arm in the angle, they go down, okay? Now when you do pull them down, it's not about just doing this one here. Lock your arm in the position, lower your knee. So that way, you get the full amount of pressure, this one. And plus, you need to slightly lean toward his body so your elbow picks up more pressure from the angle, okay? Like it's this. So I'm here, okay? Instead of doing this, push toward his body as I'm going down to ground, like this one here. Now when I grab like this, unlike this one, this grip right here, snake grip, is good for control like this, which is a perfect grip. You can do this, and many, right? One thing good about this position here, by doing this, it made you feel like a little bit awkward because you can see my arm location like this. However, it's going to be a good option for next technique. Here, turn. Okay? Now he's not going to see what that's going to come because I always initiate down to the ground and just quickly change the opposite directions. Okay? And like I said always, don't trap in your mind to one way to think. It can be just just don't be a mono thinker. You have to be open-minded, okay? Don't be a mono thinker. You have to open mind, willing to accept from everywhere, every angle. And like we say, no one's perfect, no one's perfect forever, and nothing can beat everything. Okay? There is always, even though the greatest thing in the world, that thing has some a negative factor in it, if you look closely. So while we have to be open-minded, because we can fill the gaps. If you be open-minded individual, you can learn from many different sources out there. So you can use that to fill the gap, to get better. It's like a self-growth, okay? And so don't stick to what you believe, what you know is the best, because always there is something to learn to get better, and to enrich yourself, and then better for your business, better for your personal training, and then better for you can influence people around you. So overall, it is all about a positive factor if you think that way. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and then we'll see you again. Okay. Thank you.